We're having such a serious conversation. All I'm hearing is.
Sorry, guys.
I have felt a disconnect.
The gossips in this house keeps on piling up every single night. Like every single night, there is a conversation. Okay, so last night was actually a very, very chatty night because there were so many conversations. Like right now, I don't even know where to start from, but I'm going to be talking about some very, very interesting conversations. And guys, maybe conspiracies that's going on in the house. Hey guys, if you're hopping into my channel for the first time, I'm Julie, and this is Personality Highlights. In here, I talk about reality shows like The Big Brother, and of course, real-time stories, trending topics, social issues. If these are the kind of things that you like to hear about, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button right now to be a part of this community. And of course, conversation. Don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you always get alerts of my video every time I share new content. Guys, let's get into these conversations that happened in the house. Literally, guys, I mean, it was Vinyl and the Terry ship is just where we left it. They are still in their cuddling mood. Cuddling and fondling, and we're waiting for the big break to happen. We know it's going to happen very soon, but anyways, let's just swipe away from these couples and talk about the conversation that Venice and Nale were actually having while Terry and Vinyl were busy under the sheets. So basically, Nale was actually telling Terry and Venice what happened during the day. You guys know that Mpho and Nale actually ironed out their differences. They've not been on speaking terms ever since there was that threesome clash, the dinky clash after their very first week wager task where they lost. You know, you guys know that they like confronted each other, they kind of had a heated argument, kind of fight, and then afterwards everybody was cool with Dinky. Dinky was cool with Mpho. Dinky was cool with Nale, but funny enough, Mpho and Nale were just not, they were at loggerheads. They were not actually on speaking terms. So basically, they kind of ironed out that conversation, and we could clearly hear Nale tell, ask Mpho why she was not comfortable with her, and we could clearly hear Mpho say that they don't necessarily need to be friends. And Nale even kept on saying, "You can't even look at me in the face to talk to you." So literally, that conversation that happened. I mean. A lot of people are saying they settled their beef. Me, I feel like the beef is still there because I'm listening to the conversation that was happening between Venice and Nale. We could actually tell that Nale still felt like there was a lot of tension between Mpho and Nale. And guys, this was literally what they were talking about like almost all night. And I'm not going to delve into that conversation so much because we're going to leave it at where it is. What I want to do in this video is actually to talk about all the circles in the house. Guys, you guys know that I love to bring up and bring out all the relationships on the table and then talk about it. So we're going to move straight ahead to For and Libo. Earlier on Monday, guys, Mpho actually announced to Libo that they were not going to be on speaking terms, that they were going to distance themselves, they would have to take a break from each other, that they were getting too close for comfort for her. I literally don't know why Mpho had to take that decision, but she took that decision, and it was a lengthy discussion with Libo. Libo obviously didn't find that like a very interesting thing, but you know, he has always been very supportive, had a listening ear, and he heard her out. And at the end of the day, they decided to try out their very first day of not speaking to each other, and it was a mess. Because clearly they had in fact, the conversation lasted for nearly 2 hours. It was clearly Mpho and Libo trashing out their thing. We could hear Mpho saying things like,
Because we hate each other Monday to Thursday, then Saturday we are kissing.
and I'm like, baby girl, you said this guy should leave you alone. Now you're saying he's not talking to you. This is exactly what you want. What do you now actually want? This is the problem. And basically, this Mpho and Libo's dilemma, I think it started with the Saturday night party. Like after that night party, you guys knew that we all saw what happened. You know, there was a lot of kissing between Libo and Mpho, and afterwards there was a lot of crying in the closet. And I think Mpho was actually very, very vulnerable at that moment. So I think at some point it actually got to her that she's getting too vulnerable to Libo, and I think she just wanted to use that, all these girl shields that we try to put up. I beg, stay your own, let me stay my own. I need to get my power girl moves back. You're making me too weak. I don't like that kind of vibe. I think that was what Mpho was trying to do with Libo. But guys, in that house, for some reason, I feel Mpho is having a lot of insecurity problems, because she literally is not even on speaking terms with almost all the ladies in the house. And the conversation she was having with Libo, the kind of things she said, like when she said things like Libo being jealous about Tato and Tato being jealous over Libo, and I'm looking at her like, is she delusional or something? Guys, listen for yourself what Mpho actually told Libo about Tato.
When Tato was being kissed and touched by another man, I saw that in you.
Right.
That's when I decided to back off.
And I'm like, seriously, I never noticed this ship you're talking about. We that have been watching the whole thing happen from here, we've never seen this convoy. We've never seen this relationship, this mood between Libo and Tato. So where is Mpho getting all her crazy ideas from? So clearly Mpho has been accusing Libo falsely, saying that, you know what, the girls are looking at you. The girls are not comfortable that you're with me. Everybody is looking at me in a very funny way. See, I just feel like Mpho is just going through this eviction trauma because she was up for nomination last week, and she is also up again this week. So I just feel like it's just the eviction trauma that is coming to her, like, oh my god, I might leave this Sunday, because I actually feel like her breaking down on Saturday to had a lot to do with, oh god, I'm going to be leaving very soon, let me just bear myself all out and open. So I think it's just the eviction thing that is just hitting her front, back and center, and she was literally just breaking down, in front of Libo. And seriously, Libo is a gentleman. I mean, that dude is such a sweetheart. We could clearly hear Libo say, I'm ready to do whatever you want to do your way. If you want us to stay away, I'm fine, let me be, I'm going to be okay. If you want us to be together, just say it, and of course I'll be back. So it was more like they were dragging the conversation. Mostly it was from Mpho was just dragging the conversation, and at the end of the day, they agreed that the staying away from each other plan was not working. So clearly Mpho actually started a plan that she could not finish, because literally Libo is like the only person she's very close to in that house. The only time we see Mpho actually get into the mood in the house is when they are playing their games, any of their spinning games, truth or dare games. That's literally when we see Mpho in action. Every other time it's a no. So basically I just feel like Mpho is going through some insecurity challenges. She feels like everybody in the house is looking at her in a funny way. I don't even know who's looking at her in a funny way. I don't know why she thinks that Tato is trying to get Libo away from her. So it's just a crazy mess of conversation. But last, at the end of the day, guys, we saw them hump on the bed together, lying down. Libo was seen caressing her, and I'm like, okay, you guys are back and good. So guys, that makes it two ships that has been confirmed in the house. And guys, I'm not even going to lie, I also listened to this conversation between Venice and Tools, and Tools was clearly stating that yes, Tato has actually explained that she has a crush on him, but he doesn't want to stretch it, he doesn't want to go further with it, that he's still into Nale, and it would be unfair for him to be seen as a woman rapper because he knows the outside world is watching, so he doesn't want to just be humping around her even though he doesn't like her. Like he's not into her. That's just what he said. So it's just clear that the Tools and Tato thing is not even gonna work. But guys, looking at Tato, there is a ship that should be working for her, and I'm thinking to myself, why is Tato not paying attention to the things that Gashwan is telling her? I mean, Gashwan is literally one of the hottest guys in the house. So why all the ladies not running? Why doesn't Gashwan have too many crushes around him? Because clearly, when I heard Gashwan telling Tato, talking in family terms, guys, please listen for yourself.
You are just on another level. I'll take care of the kids before you're gone.
Literally, guys, when I heard Gashwan say that, speak about family, speak about children, I'm like, this guy is saying a lot of things. And, he's paying sweet compliments to Tato. Your body is all shining and cool. And baby girl is still not getting it. I don't know what's wrong with all these ladies and these your crushes. But seriously, guys, I think the circles, these crushes needs to be attended to. I think these housemates need to play their game a little more daringly, especially when it comes to Nale, because I feel Nale is just so cool and calm. Yeah, I know she has a very savvy and sweet personality, and she might actually have a lot of fans vote her back on the show. But I'm just looking at it like, why is she and Tools just playing around? Why are they messing with her head? Why don't they just go for something or just give us content? Anyways, guys, this is literally where I'm going to draw the line. So basically, in the house, I think the 3 certified ships, the 3 circles, the 3 love situationships that we have in the house is Terry and Vino. That one is certified. And then we have Mpho and Libo. They are back and good together. And then the 3rd ship, we still see Venice and BU together, because I mean, literally, guys, we watched them on Monday in the jacuzzi in the pool having fun. So literally, it looks like nobody's going anywhere. They're still stuck together. We don't know how Akisha is dealing with this and her trauma and whatever it is that she's dealing with. But guys, it's been fun watching this housemates, and there's been so many gossips in the house. I'm still going to be coming back here to tell you much more about the circles and the conspiracies that is going on in the Big Brother and Zanzi show. Guys, what have you seen? What have you noticed? If there's something I'm not talking about, if there's something you observed, let me know in the comment section. What do you think about Mpho? I think Mpho is so insecure in that house. I think she has to focus on herself and not what every other person or every of the housemates think about her. Because literally, when we look at this show, we're looking at evil Sister Mara saying that there's something not sticking, she's fake. Like, everybody's saying she's fake, she's fake, she's fake. And I mean, if everybody can be saying that, then maybe there's an atom of truth in what they're all saying. Because when she's saying everybody's looking at her in a funny, I'm like, are you sure you're not the one looking at people in a funny eye? Anyways, this is where I'm going to call it. I'm going to end it in this video. I'm going to see you all in the next one. For now, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to return back here for more videos and reviews on the Big Brother and Zanzi show. Guys, see you very soon.